December 1, 2022, Leo is high in the southern sky before sunrise during early December. After sundown, Jupiter and the gibbous moon make a striking conjunction. By Jeffrey L. Hunt. Chicago, Illinois, sunrise, 6:59 a.m. CDT, sunset, 4:21 p.m. CDT. Check local sources for sunrise and sunset times for your location. Here is today's planet forecast. Morning sky. With yesterday's closest approach, Mars gleams brightly this morning in the western sky before sunrise. 1 hour before daybreak, find it about 20 degrees up in the west-northwest, 5.4 degrees to the lower left of Elnath, the northern horn of Taurus, and 11.4 degrees to the upper right of Aldebaran, the constellation's brightest star. The planet is nearly on an imaginary line between the two stars. Mars continues to retrograde, move westward compared to the sidereal background. This is an illusion of Earth passing the more distant planet. Earth passes between Mars and the Sun on the 7th. This is known as opposition when Mars rises at sunset and sets at sunrise. 3 bright stars are in the eastern sky. Vega is about 10 degrees above the northeast horizon, Arcturus is less than halfway up in the east, and Spica is less than 1/3 of the way up in the southeast. Chart caption: December mornings, Leo is high in the south before daybreak. Regulus, meaning the prince, is nearly 2/3 of the way up in the sky above the south-southwest horizon. At 80 light-years, the star is nearly 200 times brighter than our Sun. It is 4 times the Sun's diameter. Regulus is the 15th brightest star visible from the mid-northern latitudes. Stars hotter than the Sun emit tremendous amounts of energy through their surfaces. They release more energy per yard too than the Sun. The result is that they are not as large as might be perceived. In contrast, redder stars release less energy per yard to a visible surface. To attain their brightness, they are very large compared to our central star. When you look toward Regulus this morning, you are looking toward the Sun's early afternoon position during late August each year. Regulus is the closest star to the plane of the solar system and the Sun's apparent annual path through the zodiacal constellations. Leo is one of a few constellations that resembles its namesake. The lion faces westward and we see it in silhouette. A backwards question mark or sickle outlines the head of the lion. Regulus is at the bottom of the shape and in celestial artwork dots the animal's heart. The haunches and tail are dotted by a triangle with Dinbola, the tail, at the eastern edge. Evening sky. Chart caption: 2022, December 1, Jupiter and Moon make a striking sight after sundown. Venus and Mercury are slowly emerging from bright sunlight. Mercury is east of Venus and setting later. Venus sets 34 minutes after the Sun. Mercury follows 4 minutes later. The 2 inferior planets, those worlds closer to the Sun than Earth, are joining the brighter outer planets for a 5-planet display later this month. Photo caption: Jupiter and the Moon after sundown, October 8, 2022. The waxing gibbous moon, 65% illuminated, is visible before sunset, and when night falls look for it near Jupiter. The moon is 3.6 degrees to the lower right of the Jovian giant. This is a striking sight. In 6 evenings, on Mars opposition night, the full moon covers or occults the red planet, a Martian opposition occultation. At this hour Mars is less than 10 degrees above the east-northeast horizon. Wait until later, when it is higher in the sky, to see it. Chart caption: 2022, December 1, Saturn is in the south-southwest with the stars of eastern Capricornus after sunset. Saturn is about 1/3 of the way up in the south-southwest. It is slowly moving eastward compared to Deneb Algedi and Nashira in Capricornus. Saturn is 2.5 degrees to the west, right, of Nashira. With the moon's brightness, a binocular might be needed to see the 2 nearby stars. Chart caption: 2022, December 1, Mars is in the eastern sky with Taurus at 3 hours after sunset. Nearly 3 hours after sunset, after 7 p.m. CST in Chicago, Jupiter, with the moon nearby, is halfway up in the sky in the south. Saturn is over 20 degrees up in the southwest and Mars is the same altitude, height above the horizon, in the east. It is noticeably above, west of, the imaginary line from Elnath to Aldebaran. The 3 bright outer planets dot the ecliptic, like highway mileage markers, showing the plane of the solar system against the background stars. Throughout the night Mars is farther westward. It is the second brightest star-like object tonight, after Jupiter, and noticeably brighter than Sirius, the night's brightest star. Even though the planets are worlds, they appear as stars without a telescope. By tomorrow morning, Mars is the lone bright planet in the western sky.